Immigrants are not the enemy. Immigrants are the hands that created America. The quiet strength behind cities rising from dust, behind roads, bridges, homes, farms, kitchens, hospitals, and every system that keeps life moving forward. Immigrants are the workers who came with hope in their pockets and fear in their hearts, and still chose to build, still chose to labor, still chose to contribute, even when the world did not welcome them with fairness. Immigrants are the hands that grew our food under burning sun, bending over fields day after day, season after season, risking illness, risking exhaustion, risking long-term harm like cancer from exposure and harsh conditions. And yet too often they were denied protection, denied health care, denied recognition equal to the weight of what they gave. They contributed while being questioned, they gave while being excluded, they built while being blamed. And still the nation rose on their backs, still the country expanded through their effort, still the economy grew through their sacrifice. Immigrants are not outsiders to this story, they are written into every page of it. And yet history too often forgets the ink that wrote it. And this is why we must pay attention, because when those who build are treated as disposable, when those who labor are treated as invisible, when those who contribute are treated as if they do not belong, something becomes unstable at the foundation of justice itself. Immigrants are not the enemy. They are human beings carrying the weight of survival in a system that often benefits from their work, while denying them equal dignity. And that contradiction is not sustainable forever, because what is done to one group in silence can later echo into wider harm. And that is why awareness matters. That is why truth matters. That is why history matters. Because when policies or leadership choices devalue one group, when they strip protection from the vulnerable, when they allow exploitation to become normalized, it does not stay contained, it spreads outward like cracks in a wall that was never reinforced properly. Immigrants built homes that others now live in comfortably. Immigrants harvested food that feeds entire nations. Immigrants maintain systems that others rely on daily. And yet many of them live without the same safety nets, without the same access to healthcare, without the same security that their labor helps sustain. And that imbalance should not be ignored, it should not be normalized, it should not be repeated in silence. Because history has shown again and again that when leaders fail to protect fairness at the margins, the center eventually feels the instability too. This is not about division. This is about recognition. This is about understanding that a society is only as strong as the dignity it extends to those who carry its hardest work. Immigrants are not the enemy. They are part of the backbone of this nation, part of its growth, part of its survival. And yet too often they are treated as if their humanity is conditional, as if their worth depends on convenience, as if their contribution can be taken without acknowledgement. And that is why we must be careful, not careless with leadership, because the way a society treats the most vulnerable is a reflection of its true direction. And when policies or rhetoric begin to devalue one group, it is not just that group who should be concerned, it is everyone. Because systems of unfairness cannot remain static. They expand, they evolve, they reach further, and what begins at the margins can eventually touch the center. Immigrants are not the enemy. They are the evidence of what this country is made of. Resilience, endurance, hope under pressure, labor under hardship, belief in possibility, even when reality is difficult. And if we forget that, if we erase that, if we allow convenience or fear or politics to rewrite that truth, then we lose something essential about who we are supposed to be. So we must speak clearly, we must remember clearly, we must choose leaders carefully. Not out of anger alone, but out of awareness, out of responsibility, out of understanding that dignity is not a privilege to be granted to some and withheld from others. Immigrants are not the enemy. Immigrants are the hands that created America. And honoring that truth is not optional. It is necessary. If If we want a future that does not repeat the mistakes of ignoring those who hold everything together. Because when we forget the hands that built the foundation, we risk shaking the very ground we all stand on. And that is why this truth must continue to be spoken again and again, until it is no longer questioned, until it is no longer ignored, until it becomes part of how we see each other, not as enemies, but as people connected through work, through survival, through shared existence in the same country.